Hello there, everybody. Going to be continuing on with the Lothlorien campaign. Quite a few sieges, if I remember correctly, to do. I think it was 4 or 5, actually. This is going to be very much a combat-heavy exchange. So, let me just double check that I've done everything. Oh, I don't even have any money. Alright, so we've got a siege at Fangorn, Fenholm, Lagarth, and Dantalad. Is there one more? No? Okay, yeah, that's all of them. No, let's just end to see what happens straight away. I'm not a huge fan when it's multiple sieges back to back, but I do quite enjoy winning the tough sieges, you know. He says he realizes that we immediately have the tough siege of Dantalad.
Fight to the end.
Those Olag High are going to be a problem. Right, let's see if we can do this. Right, we're gonna need to try and halt them from coming into the city, because if those Olag High get on the walls, we're kind of fucked. Kind of fucked. Right, so they got ladders there. So we're gonna have to try and meet the ladders with something at least. We've got the siege tower there, which we're gonna have to try and meet with something else. Because then we can sort of smash in between these two units. You can have the middle. Got another ladder, and then another siege tower. Okay, and they're literally the opposite side. That's nice. Not helpful at all, but... Alright. There's a person... Oh, a set of March Wardens. It should actually be far more useful here. And there's another couple there on the corner. Right, we'll do the same thing. We sort of split it in half so we can attack them off the ladder in both directions. And then we're going to use the cab to try and disrupt some parts of this force. Alright, so it's one siege tower down. Oh, it's not a great position actually for running. Okay, so the ram is down, the siege tower is down, the ladders are currently down.
The enemy's siege tower is naught but kindling now. Beware,
Come back,
lest
come
they
back.
Try some other trick.
Right, let's have a little run through. Okay, so they've gone back for another ram. They've also got 2 more to pick from. I should have adjusted your position. Can you fire? No, because you absolutely kill everything in your way. I'm not opposed to a straight line. Right. There's so much to do. There's so many enemies to try and kill. No, I think a lot of my units have got a good handle on what they should be fired at, but I do need that Olag High to drop. Am I blind? Are they not moving? One of them for. They are moving it forward. I'm not blind. It's going to be a rough one trying to get through that without losing all of our troops. All of our horsemen that we have left are going to get absolutely slaughtered. You know, there's not much more that these horses can do, because they're just going to get killed by all the archers before they even get close, which is problematic at best. Okay, we actually have to start focusing down the Olag High. Okay, it's best just run. We'll take you back inside the walls through the other direction. I'm just letting you die now. I'm trying to come up with a plan that's not gonna fucking work no matter what I do, so. Only hope is the walls will destroy that round too. Nah, it's not going to be able to, is it? Okay, it's fine. Right.
The enemy are battering down the gates. Blast their eyes. The enemy's ram is through our gates.
Okay, this is gonna suck in so many ways, because my Sentinels have done the exact opposite of actually what I wanted them to do, but I can't have them retreat now, because they'll be in an incredibly poor position. So now, what was supposed to be an advantageous position is a very weak position we are currently in. No idea how much damage that actually just did. I don't think it did much though. If it killed even a single Olag High, I'm counting as a victory. Wait. I need you to come here.
Defeat seems almost certain.
It seems almost certain. Please just shoot. You have like a straight line target. What I wouldn't give for a fucking... Was that an Olag High that just dropped? In sensational. No, I still think there's a lot of value in you just being able to shoot it. Are they killing themselves, or are they getting shot by archers? Let's find out. Yeah, they are killing themselves.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their
Okay,
men.
we need to actually move you, because you can end up just killing all of yourselves. But the Olag High are dead. Oh, you're out of arrows. Okay, that's fine.
The enemy have the walls. To our defense, or all will be lost.
Okay, that's nicer, so they're gonna accidentally kill each other. Now, where are you? I have to have hope that they won't kill you.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Oh, you stop firing. They're routing.
General, that'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Just for a minute, just because I want to get this above. That'll do.
The enemy are utterly
I lost 168 soldiers.
Great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
The Yavanna's chosen did incredible, but you know what? The fucking ballista. You get them packed in, you lock them down in the ballista. Like, incredible. You know, I learn something every time I do one of these ridiculous siege battles that might make the next one a little bit better. And that ballista usage, oh, I'm gonna need to start coming up with that in my defenses. 2 lines either side, straight shot for ballista down the middle, powered straight into the enemy. Get rid of them. So that's 1 siege down. That took 15 minutes. We got another ballista.
Send them back to their underworld.
I wonder how much friendly fire the ballista. I didn't check it. I should have done. Quite a bit, I suspect. Particularly to the Yavannas.
Seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Cool. No, they had to come around the other side, regardless. So again, this is a defeat in detail kind of thing. Right. So general, put you in the center. I'm not sure if there's actually a good place to put you, but it's where you're going to be. Actually, I don't feel like having you being the front line against whatever's going to come out of there. They don't have ladders on that side, so it's just here. I mean, this is a very similar layout to the last one, but this time I'm actually going to put the ballista into a better position straight off, just in case. Also, I don't think I need to use the cav to do a charge out there and slow him down, so I'm just going to use the cav to charge him down at the end of the fight. For now, just shoot the black orcs, please.
Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It's time for butchering.
Oh no.
Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their siege tower. We must repel them.
No, that's... You shoot these guys, please.
The enemy's siege tower is naught but kindling now. Beware, lest they try some other trick.
But this is like the worst scenario for them they could possibly have asked for. They are currently getting shot in the back while coming up the only entrance that they have been able to make, which is ladders on a wall, while getting shot in the back. Like...
Only half the enemy force remains.
Is that not like the worst position? I've just noticed that for some reason. It's played out by phone instead of... Which is not great. That's frustrating. Oh no. It's been trying to fix the music situation and we've actually fucked ourselves. Right, you.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight. Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Right, so it seems like they're not going to come over here without good reason. Which, I mean, sure. So let's give them a reason. I hope this means that they're going to try and push their way in to the city through the doors. Sorry, I just quickly had to adjust something. Or, if they don't want to, I guess we have to move everyone across. And take the fight to them. It seems silly that I have to like, they should, if they can get in, because of the ladders. So, they should either come around, or they should just leave. Like, this, like, sitting there wasting time is very frustrating. I'm gonna have to literally open up the doors for them as well. You. Are they not coming? I don't feel comfortable attacking. What is going on? The gates are open. Hello? Okay. I'm not really willing to lose men. Except for maybe the ones that, like, freely replenish. So I hope the gate closes behind them. Yeah, it does.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah, not for me. My poor troops are getting fucked. Well, these ones are at least.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
They really need to get, like, the ability to replenish arrows during sieges, because this is a bit much. Right, let me just pause this while it... There we go. So, I literally did not move the camera. I just sort of went and had a sack for a second. And just let this tick through, because I wasn't going to risk the troops that defend this city on a pointless attack against units.
Kings and
So, for those of you who play U4 and hopefully and Banal, my favourite nation to play in that is the dwarves. Particularly, there are two. Is it two? Yeah, I'll say two nations in particular that I like playing the most, which are Verkal Galan, which is a gold horde, and Oddful Khazad, which is like made for artillery. But in that game, all dwarves get the ability to have an event called the Horde Curse. So when you're going through the Horde Curse, you've hoarded too much gold. Like your income's too high, or you've had too much gold in your inventory is when it starts. So it's if you're making more than 150 gold a month, or have 10,000 stockpiled, which in early game EU4, 150 a month. In regular EU4, if you're playing a trade nation, you might be able to do that before the 1500s, but it's a lot harder in Ambernar. I only got... Oh, they're okay. They've got ballistas. Let's get you off the wall so I just don't have you just die. So yeah. And then obviously what happens when you have that much is it tanks your economy. get huge masses of inflation, everything gets more expensive, you have to take massive loans out to deal with it. Fine, you know, adds a bit of spice, a bit of flavour to it. Makes it more difficult and in a lot of cases more exciting. I think I play it differently, because I was reading a little... So I'm on Reddit, and there was a question like, how do you deal with this? And I'm reading, like, this is... Everyone's suggesting the exact opposite way of how I deal with it. So what I do is you can... I try and make my economy as high as I can, so I'm normally doing quite well. I never do it by stockpile, I do it by income. But what I do is, as soon as I hit it by income and I've activated it, you can give out things called monopolies, which give you a huge lump sum of cash, but it means you no longer receive monthly income for a certain good. So it could be iron, it could be copper, it could be textile, it could be anything. So instead of receiving monthly income, you get a 10-year bout of money based on what you would have gotten sent to you, which obviously is great for a quick burst of cash. But when you activate it, you then drop your income. So I've got the whole curse activated, my income has just plummeted, but now I have a huge stockpile of gold from these monopolies. Which means that all my loans are smaller because my income is less. All the costs for the reforms are smaller because my income is less. But I have such a huge bank of gold that I can deal with it quite carefully, and I'm not bankrupted. Because if you bankrupt before you complete it, or even after, you lose... Like, if you bankrupt after, it's worse, actually, because you lose all the bonuses you have for finishing it, because you get bonuses for completing it. But it seems to be... Have they actually even done anything to the walls yet? Not really. But it seems like a lot of people are suggesting just stockpiling gold, which, again, will help you clear it in some aspects, but it means that because they take a tank on income anyway, they no longer have the income or the stockpile needed to fund their armies, their forts, so they'll just get assaulted because they no longer have an army or the fortifications to stop them from being just killed. And it seems like what they're suggesting is, instead of fixing the banks first, which I recommend fixing the banks first, because then that reduces your inflation, which obviously, with lesser inflation, your loans are less of a problem to deal with in the long run, and you will be taking a ridiculous amount of loans. They seem to suggest doing the corruption and the handling... So there's different type of monopoly. It's based on the whole curse. It's food and textile monopoly, blah blah blah. Not very interesting, in all honesty. But what happens with those monopolies is you have to pay like a ridiculous sum of money, something about 10 loans worth, so you can reduce the like wage slavery of the Dwarven nation. You know, make it so your realm's a bit more stable. And they say doing that before doing the banks, but then if you don't do the banks, you're stuck at a 10% interest rate on every loan you take. Which, a 10% interest loan on every loan you take when you're taking up to... And I've checked it, sometimes I have nearly 250 loans. That's a lot of interest. Even if you only get to 100 before you've got to the bank one because you've started with everything else, that's a lot of extra loss income. Clear the banks first, clear the businesses, and then clear the corruption. That's the order it should be done in. I should probably write this down in there to give my 2 cents on it, but I'm also mid doing this. That's part of what I was reading while I was pausing the last Siege King battle, because there was nothing happening in the siege. Alright, let's just 6-speed it from here.
The enemy have ladders at the walls. Repel the attackers. Give them steel.
I should do another game of Amber
The
now.
enemy are battering down our gates. The battle is very much
One
in
of the
our
things I
favour.
do like
Victory
about
will be ours.
dwarves and Ambernar, specific kinds of dwarves, ones that start in a place called the Serpent Spine. So it's
The enemy has breached the gates.
a huge line of mountains that has got little branches off, but it like cuts
Only half
between like 2 or 3 continents. Apart, it separates 2 or 3 different continents, and it's very much a defensive style of play, which obviously you rely heavily on infantry and artillery to like see you through the defenses. You have to have some cavalry like to help you win, but it's not as like important. You just turtle up in your mountains, just taking more mountainous space, clearing out old dwarvish holds that were taken away from them or fell into disrepair. You know, I have played outside of it, including like human and elvish, and I've played. Yeah, no, I played kobolds as well. I haven't really played orcs or goblins. Oh, and that's not to say that orcs or goblins are. In Tolkien's world, orcs and goblins are categorically corrupted / evil, right? In Abaddon, that's not really the case. I mean, evil deities, but humans have the ability to be completely insane, and there's an entire elvish nation at the start. That's entire mission tree is the subjugation and extermination of every other race, which is a horrifying. I haven't played them actually. I can't remember their name. Elentit? No, that's the name of a subcontinent. But yeah, no, that's. I hate playing evil. I hate playing like evil for like. Yeah, it's not great. I just hate it, which is why I haven't actually played any of the evil ones in this game yet. So, in Abnar, one of the things you can do as dwarvish, not just dwarvish, is gnomish, not gnomish. Well, I played gnomes as well, but as goblins and orc-based nations, and what other people call monstrous nations, like harpies and other things, centaurs too, actually, and trolls. They have troll nations and ogre nations. But what you can do is when you hit a certain level, you sort of, I don't want to say become civilized, because they technically do have civilization, because they have got nation states, but it's more in line with what you'd expect of, instead of being a horde or like a tribe, it's more like a settled civilization. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Can y'all stop moving forward when you are clearly enraged? Just shoot the fuckers. And you need to interrupt them, because our archers have done stupid shit. Right.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be only half the enemy force remains.
And yeah, and these other, what would have been at the start monstrous tribes, are no longer, obviously, they're not evil. Like, they're not categorically corrupted. They just sort of exist differently, which is quite nice. I mean, it's a bit similar to like D&D, like, right, stop killing our own troops, I'm begging. Like, we're certain, like, it's not impossible for orcs and drow and the like to be. Can you just stamp on him? Thank you. It's not possible to be good, but at the same time, there's it's similar to Tolkien in a lot of ways, D&D, in that things like the drow are corrupted by demons and demon blood and the like, so they are more inclined, and it's easy for them to be evil, particularly with lots, you know, little spider bitch whispering in their ears. Like, those of you who appreciate strategy games, I do recommend playing E4, and particularly if you like fantasy based stuff, particularly Abanar as a is a very good mod. Although there is EU4 mods for Lord of the Rings, but I don't know how well it translates. Ooh. Oh, yeah. On a dress. Right. I'm gonna leave that alone. Like, I don't know if it's actually real that it speeds up. Because I don't know if it works for me. It might well work for the Northmen. Like, but that seems to be working fine, except we don't gain the income. Right.
There are many differences our people should resolve.
Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Right, so we've got the Rohirrim over there.
That's your ally.
Actually, there's also EU4 mods for Skyrim, which I have played, which again is actually quite interesting. Wait, was that a military garrison or a militia garrison? Military garrison. Okay. Well. Then you can get the upgrade on. Okay, so. Dorlingvar. Wait. Am I going crazy? There was... Okay. Put you in Honor Draith for a start.
Yes, my lord. Have a taste of my blade. I'm gonna stick you.
Great beasts.
Elves. Yes, my lord. Elves. Onward.
That was a perfect amount to fit in. So if the Great Beast army attacks me, I'm not too worried. At this point, we've got two Ents, two Berio and Niglid. Is that technically two Gladrim archers, but we've also got Gladrim guards who are not half health. I'm a little bit worried about the Chosen of Yavanna, but there's not much I can do about that. It's not like I could combine them.
My lord. I'm gonna stick you. Have a taste of my blade.
And the rest of these can move to Entwade. And they won't, yeah, they won't get attacked by that army, at least. But I could have sworn I had a general, a High March Warden somewhere. There he is. Okay, so he's a Beralgi, which is fine. We've got the Captain Skoga in the way, so I can't really use you guys too well.
Elven warriors. I'm gonna stick you. Elves. Elven warriors.
Alright, so let's move you north.
Onward.
So then the goal is to try and defend or help get to Enether, which
My lord.
I think you guys really will,
For the light.
but it stands. trying to think of what to do. They could do with some reinforcements, actually. Right.
Elves, for the light! Elven warriors!
That's me. Right, he'll go to Fangong. We're gonna retrain those of you who can be retrained, which is all of you. That's another set of retrains as well. 18,000. Okay, that's fine.
My lord?
Yeah, there's nothing more I can do right this second. So, it's quite a nice width of green for our territory down here.
We must defend these lands!
Sometimes I dislike being right about things like those great beasts.
Send them back to their underworld!
I'm a little bit worried about the great beasts, to be perfectly honest, because they are, if they get inside the walls, they are incredibly difficult to take down. Same as the trolls and the Olag High. I do not like this settlement. Too. Right. So, they got, yeah, they got a lot of cavalry, so we're gonna want some spears on the front down there. Why would I put you over there? Okay, they're not ideal, but hopefully they can manage the ladder or the thing that comes around from there. Actually, we could do that, and then if they attack from this side, this one will shoot across. If they attack on the other side, this shoot across. It's fine. Alright, what else we got? So, frontline troops at the moment. Well, you can get lost. I'll do this, and then, if needs be, they can shoot it backwards. That is literally the opposite direction of where I would want you to be. Sure, I can't put you on that. I can't put you there though, so that helps. We'll do similar to what we did, yeah. Okay. Go on. Fire those flaming boulders? I want to say boulders. We should lock your shields, and if they come charging in, hopefully they'll get taken down, those wargs. Oh, I might have fucked up putting you there. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, it's fine.
Have ladders at the walls. Repel the attackers. Give them steel.
Let's just speed this up then. There's not much happening right now. Okay, so that's the ladders.
Reached our walls with their siege tower. The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Okay, no, this didn't work out like I wanted it to. Although it didn't not work out. Okay, so there's a siege tower that's going very far away. Yeah. We'll shoot them when they go for the middle then.
Battering down the gates! Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their siege tower. The enemy's ram has breached the gates!
Okay. Really? Okay. Get fucked. Like you're hiding outside like that.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Aha! So now they're sending in their wargs. But they're gonna dent their own charge with their own units at the front. Yeah, I'm not opposed. Like that's fine. Shoot them as they run away. At this point, we may as well.
men have slain.
Oh my god, those warders! They just literally just ran. No, stop chasing them, I'm begging. I was not ready for that level of fuck you from my troops there.
Our enemy has command of the city.
Do they? Do they really?
The enemy is no longer in command of the city.
Oh, well, they're all routing. Okay, that's fine. Kill you back inside. Well, you back inside. Just keep shooting the bastards. Just keep shooting the bastards. I mean, they're the idiots who ran in with, like, nothing to do. Yeah, that's...
If we continue like
Oh!
this, the walls are no
You
longer
came
up
back.
and the army flees the field. The enemy are utterly vanquished.
One thing I would like to do eventually is rebuild a Skiliath.
You will ruin these trees no longer.
It's fine.
Have a taste of my blade.
Okay, right.
I'm gonna stick you. Elves! Come on! Be vigilant.
Oh, if we take them, we can move you with this.
Onward! Ready, elves? Form up! Have a taste of my blade. I'm gonna stick you.
Right. I need to see. So there's one there. Is this a different one though? It is a different one. Okay. They must be making some of their stupid beasts from here. Maybe? Unless they're just sort of... Well, I was wrong. But still, so that gives me direction. Ish. I still need to take Isengard.
For the light! Swiftly! At ease!
Clear much of Rohan of its problems.
Have a taste of my blade! Elves! For the light!
So we... I need to... this is actually tricky. Tricky deciding. Alright, so if I take Maythelberg from the goblins... That strength... Do they have Bruinost? Maybe. They don't have that card, I think. Oh wait, what am I doing?
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Okay, they don't have Bruinost. They literally just have Imladris.
My lord.
It's fine.
My lord. Onward!
4 turns. To get them to a position to be of any assistance.
Elves!
Stupid bloody orcs. Orberg has some defenses. You have got potential. Potentially, since he realizes that it's literally, that's the only place with true potential at the moment, because everything else is defensive in nature. Wait, we're getting a force together for Fenholm at least, or Maythelberg. This is gonna be for Esgaroth. Well then,
For the light! Elves, swiftly! Be vigilant. Conceal our movements.
let's get rid of this here. If we get rid of Esgaroth, it would sort out a lot of our issues. I mean, I am no less worried about this than I was before, but it would be helpful if
I am a warrior.
Bjorn would sort something out over there, but it is what it is.
My lord. Come on!
Ah, we need the archery range. I need sidelines.
Follow me. Onward! We will need that one.
That's exactly why I wanted the sightlines. Okay, so plans for next one. We fix up the issue at Fangorn Camp. We reinforce them with this force here. It won't be much of an attack force, but it should be able to keep the pressure off. We clear off this fight at Onodrith, and then we can split this in half. We can then easily move out. Target would have to be, again, Gineard. We've got another force here. If we can get some of the March Wardens retrained, it has potential for assault. Dantalad is mainly a defensive position at the moment, but again, if we get the correct forces, it has potential for assault again. Like, we need just to retrain. Logarth, again, potential for assault. Again, retraining. But we have got this force here that we moved out of Dorlingvar to meet up with Algi. The plan there is then to leave a defensive force there, but in all honesty, I think we're not too bad off considering Rune is over there, and if they're going to attack, they'll go for that Rawberg first. So, with this one and the force in Thranduil's, we're going to take Esgaroth. Once we have that, we can then leave Dale to hold Dale and Erebor against the Orcs. I think they will be fine. Are we gonna try and push our way across through here? Because if we can take at least Tor filling in, we can then that'll become a buffer for Thranduil's Hall. And then we just sort of take Goblin Town here. They then can't move goblins, so they sort of get stuck on that side without taking it. Which means that we can free up the forces in Fenholm and Eroi a bit more. Although Eroi doesn't really have much forces after the Silver Point stands. And then we just take Bjorn's Hall, Dol Gulduar's down. Fantastic. That's the plan for next time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will see you again next time. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.